All right, y'all are here. Y'all are here.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, brothers?
All right.
All
I
right.
can't see no one.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm still trying to do some little knickknacks on my end, and then
All right, bro. Take your time. Hopefully my camera breaks.
no, está bien, bro. I'll show you right now how to turn on the camera. Just give me a minute. Let me just finish up what I
No,
gotta do.
no. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Is there something else? I can put it to hold.
Well, I said you'd be sitting at the table.
Okay.
Either that way or this way. No, todo ese chingadera que traes ahí. Where are you gonna sit? No, it's not gonna hold it. Put that stuff back in there. Let me throw my stuff.
Sorry. We can hear all the talking. We should get Adrian in this too.
Wait for that.
All right. I'm almost done. I'm almost done, Ray.
Go ahead, brother.
Everybody in the chat, share the live. Share the live, please.
Including me.
Yeah, if you want to, Ray.
Oh, no.
Tina.
Can you hear me, Ray?
I can now, yes.
All right. So the way to turn on the camera is click on the picture of your wife there,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's gonna be a camera symbol on the top, with the slash on it. Yeah, the camera symbol. You'll see it. Do you see it?
No.
No. Okay. Start all over again. Click on the picture, and then it should give you like an option where the camera is.
Oh, yeah.
You click on it, and then hit save.
Oh, man.
Perfect. I could see you, Ray.
This camera's put up about 40 pounds on me.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, bro. It puts like about 90 on me, bro.
Mhm.
Shout out to Conjunto Rock and Roll. What's going on, my guy? San Benito. You were afraid, Ray, that it wasn't gonna happen, or what, Ray?
Yeah, well, man, you know what? It's a different type of nervous, bro. I don't know.
You know what, bro? I still get nervous, carnal. I honestly, bro, like I've been doing it for a year and change, and I still get nervous going live,
And
bro. I don't know.
I'm getting on my wife's nerves.
All right. Let me see here. My co-host might be running late, and she was gonna debut today.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's her? Her name is
Marta Salinas.
Marta Salinas. Okay.
Yeah. So if y'all mods, if the mods that are in here, if y'all see Marty Salinas, please let me know so I could bring her up during the live. Oh, you're in Omaha, Nebraska. Orale, okay. Let me see here. Who do we got in here? Hey Ray, just so you know, bro. When we were trying to get you the followers,
Mm-hmm.
the one that helped the most was Diane. That's in the chat, man. Diane.
All
She's a
right. Thank you, Diane.
she's a big fan of yours as well.
Oh, great.
All right. All right. Thank you, Missy. So, Ray, we're gonna get started, carnal. And people are gonna be coming in as well. So,
Okay.
excuse me. So, once again, thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody that's here early. Unfortunately, the DJ couldn't make it to have that half hour of y'all hearing the music. The DJ had to work late, and so we have to do without. Um, Let me see what else. What else? Shout out to Arnhem Promotions, Linda, Missy, everybody, Nissy, everybody that's part of Latin Legends. Un saludito a Ralph Pesina también from Monterrey. Let me see here. Shout out to Grupo Entrego, Chris. What's going on, my guy? So, Ray, real quick. This podcast was inspired by Jesse Perales, carnal. He played
Mm-hmm.
with La Mafia 13 years, and so what him and I wanted to do, man, is give you your flowers for everything you've done for the culture, man. Because usually in the music industry, they always wait till you pass away to celebrate it. So we're trying to change that, man.
I hear you. With yeah, you know, it's good to acknowledge. You know, I feel honored, bro. I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed to uh, that God has blessed me to to still be able to and have the want to do it. As you get older, it's that life. I'm not saying it gets in the way, but there's things that need to be tended to. Families. I'm a grandfather now. Getting ready to be a great grandfather,
Oh,
and
bro.
but I am blessed. And man, got my little old guitar over there that I get on my wife's nerves because I doodle a lot on it, and work things out. But I'm blessed. I'm happy, and thank you to your show as well.
No, no. Hey, man, it doesn't go unnoticed, especially for me, Ray. You know, you're honestly, I'm gonna, and not just me that said it. An artist said it not too long ago. Mike Gonzalez from the Iconics. There was a DJ Spin. Shout out to DJ Spin and all his people. Um, he was playing one of your songs. I think he was playing Luna,
Hmm.
and I've always thought you're underrated, Ray. Honestly, and that's just me personally, carnal. Then Mike said it in the chat. He goes, that artist is underrated, and I believe, man. Yes, you are, man. You didn't get that credit like you should have because you can compete with the top dogs. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I guess I was always putting myself against other people, not mine. But today, brother, I am happy. The credit is the fact that I'm still able to sing, and I tell people, close your eyes. Hopefully, you see that in your mind, you see that young guy, but no, no, no. Me siento very blessed. But thank you for that. Again, it's just something that I love to do.
Right.
Now, it's hard to put into words to stack yourself against other people. But that's natural in any business, no? So
Sí.
you can rate yourself and see where you need to grow or whatever. But man, I don't know. And I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart la gente que todavía the songs. Hopefully they touch people, and I just try to be sincere in my music.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. So we're gonna get started, man. Tell us how did it all get started, man, for you? Like how did it happen to where you're a Tejano singer, right? Like how did
Yeah.
that happen? Tell us a little bit on the road, the journey, real quick.
Well, we came to Dallas. First of all, I was born in Mercedes, Texas. I think I told you that Elida Reyna, her grandfather and my grandfather were brothers, his cousin in Paz. And she lived here in Dallas for a while, as a matter of fact. And when I was 10, 12 years old, we do the little youth group at the Catholic church that we attended when I was young. And they convinced the father there to buy a little system, two columns, you know what I mean, a couple of microphones and whatnot. So then on weekends, myself and some of the other guys, we would sneak the system out, and we end up in congales, you know what I mean, bars and doing all kinds of stuff, and then have the system back by Sunday morning. And then in the closet where it was being kept, he opened the door and then he says, ¿Qué es eso que huele tan raro? Ya sabes, porque eso son de España. He said, no, hombre, las bocinas, the speaker mesh had absorbed all the smoke and no telling what else spilled on it. But yeah, man, I mean, I think I caught a little fever from that, and really enjoyed it. From then, I was a cellist for the Dallas Youth Symphony for many years. So I was a cellist as well. My father had taught me how to play guitar at 5 years old. So, high school, I went to Booker T. Washington Arts Magnet High School and studied music. But man, I wanted to travel. I wanted to sing. That made me feel good. But I learned a lot. And then from there, I joined Montezuma, the rock band, a Spanish rock band, and we were signed to Cata Records for one album. Then we went to Hacienda Records, and then 1989, Adrian Cabello and I and some other guys, we started Aftershock,
Right.
and here the rest is history. So, man, it's a journey. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, a lot of people don't know this, but you guys were Aftershock was signed to Little Joe's label, right?
Yeah,
At one point,
exactly. Tejano Discos.
Tejano
Oh
Discos,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh man, we spent 2 years together. A very good part of my life. I learned a lot because of Joe and just being out in the business. But it was very educational.
Okay. And how did that even come about? Did like Little Joe actually see you guys, or how did that even?
Yeah, I mean, he'd come to Dallas, because Dallas is where I guess the bands, any bands in Tejano, they come to make a little bit more money or whatever. Este, uh, and yeah, we had recorded Piénsalo Bien already, the whole album. So and I sent it to him. He just in our talking, se lo mandé, le gustó. He says, I want to put this out. So we signed a contract or to be part of his uh, record company. And man, Piénsalo Bien, Tejanita, Confianza, and all those songs, Novia Mía del Alma. Man, it was great for us.
Okay. Yeah, man, and yeah, a lot of people did not know that you were actually signed with
Oh yeah.
Little Joe's label.
There was like caravans that we go on, because who else was on there? Oscar G, Adalberto, who else? I mean, various artists, ¿me entiendes? Joe's brothers. Yeah, but we all learned a lot. I did anyway. It was cool, man.
Absolutely. So tell us real quick, man, before we move on, as far as the years during that specific time, who were you guys opening up for? Little Joe?
Yeah, yes. As a matter of fact, yeah, we were on the road 2 years. we by that time we had accumulated a good concert system, and we had a truck and a big van to carry the band, and yeah, so it was good for him too. We got to open up in good venues because he's at the top of his game,
Right.
and and at the same time we had songs that were being played on the radio. So it served the purpose all the way around.
Okay. And I'm gonna be very, very sincere. When the Solo Yo album,
Hmm.
in the 956, we heard there was a little buzz, but not too much like Contigo did.
Oh yeah.
That album, it just like for a whole year, Ray. Like it was on the radio constantly, constantly,
Yeah.
constantly. I've actually seen you play when in McAllen when it was called the Gaslight.
Oh yeah. I think we opened up for Jimmy.
Uh, you know what?
There was a couple of times we had gone on our own, but Jimmy's the one that opened the door for us over there.
Yeah.
Yes. No, no, no. Contigo, Adrian Cabello and I he'd gone to do other things, and Victor Garcia is the producer, and he recorded it. We did all the arrangements, and we wrote the songs together. And no, no, man, it was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just so it when I didn't even know you were gonna be there, because when I was with my wife at the time, I told her, hey, instead of going back home and let's just go to the Gaslight for a little while,
Hmm.
and we went in there and it was like that, Ray. Like I mean, it was cool, bro. We got the last table, Ray. Just put
Oh
it
my
that way.
God,
We got
bro! I mean, I'm so honored, and thanking just the world that that. Yeah, and I've always said, if you have something good and something that defines you, you know, and I think that's one thing that today's musicians, we should strive for, you know, and uh, music is a circle, bro. It's going back to where it first started. Now it's more polished, ¿me entiendes?
right.
But I mean, in my mind, when I'm writing music, or what I like to hear is things that remind me of just being around people that I want to be around. You know what I'm saying? Today's music, it's taking a different direction. Now it's to entertain. ¿Me entiendes? I mean, which is great. It's great for the venues. It's great. You know, it's a bit beneficial in money, todo. But I think certain things get lost. ¿Me entiendes? It becomes dance music. It becomes, which is not. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But when I was back in the '90s, I think Tejano, songs were more personal. ¿Me entiendes?
I agree.
But no, pero todo está bien, and I applaud everybody anybody, and I've been hearing, or been looking at through the social media about what is Tejano and what is not Tejano. I mean, those are questions. Come on now.
Yeah.
Our people have very strong opinions, and there's nothing wrong with that. But este, our music is borrowed from from other countries, ¿verdad? The way it came together. Este, so it's great that it keeps evolving, and if other people from other countries, feel the same vibe, or it should be it should make the people that from around here feel good. So okay, I applaud anybody that pushes that bar, ¿me entiendes? Push it. You make people, and it starts a dialogue.
Absolutely
Pero
right.
nosotros somos muy enojones,
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely.
Este, yeah, but nothing grows. Nothing grows if it's not discussed or challenged. ¿Me entiendes? So our music has to evolve.
Agree. I agree. Ray. Uh, Going to the COVID years. I remember we were shut down, Ray, and I discovered Grupo Motivo from YouTube. Right?
Oh yes, yes.
They're based out of Ohio, just so y'all know. Um, is it Rolando Rivera?
Rolando Revilla.
Revilla.
And that, without cutting you off, that's a prime example of what I'm talking about. These guys from Toledo, Ohio, sound like, oh my God, como que están ahí en la mera mata en San Antonio, en el Valle, or whatever. Yes, yes. That was a great experience. Um, I didn't know him before then. We got to talking and stuff, and it, it he liked the music that I've recorded and stuff, and he was wanted to do something like that. I said, "Wow, man! Well, which also me abrieron las puertas para ir to the Midwest and do other things." So, man, no, but they're great musicians, bro, and they're the same crew, Rolando Revilla's crew that done Jay's album.
Yes,
I
100%.
think what is Patron, ¿verdad?
El Patron. And
Yes, that's Rolando. That's Rolando's record producing. Yep.
yes, I was told that it was all him, but somebody else was the como te diré? Someone else had the title as far as putting the music together. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was told by somebody.
Yeah. Pero la gente sabe. I mean,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And it's the proof is in the pudding, like they say, because he did the same thing for Castellón, La Diferencia, Ricardo.
Yes. And you know what? And what's special about him, next to him just being an incredible musician, he taps into what you want, what you're feeling, And many times musicians, who's ever producing them and whatnot, that they make it very clear that they're just a vehicle to the music, but this guy's actually producing it, ¿verdad? I mean, pero el que no tiene dinero, that's the way it is. You just, you want to get on board somewhere. But Rolando Revilla is a very special person as far as being able to convey what's in the whoever, like my songs that I wrote, And no, he did it more than justice, bro. And it's taken off on its own, I guess. ¿Me entiendes? And he and I are going to be doing some other things, Dios quiera. Te digo, como dice el Godfather 3, I'm trying to get out. They keep pushing me back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm having the time of my life. Now it's just making sure that I try to stay healthy, Pero está canijo, it's hard to do.
Yes, 100%. You're preaching to the choir here, bro. and Ray, also real quick about Rolando, man, he did a song for Oscar G. That sounds like something that came out of the 90s.
Yes, and you know what, brother? Projects that he does, you can't tell who. You know what I'm saying? Certain producers, you know who did it, and I'm not going to say no names. ¿Me entiendes? Pero it's what I mean. He taps into the person, brother, and into, you know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't be able to tell that he's the same guy that produced for Jay or have done other things for his own group.
Correct.
Yes. Very, very great person.
Yes, 100%. And so going back real quick to the COVID thing, I discovered Grupo Motivo, and they're releasing, believe like, I want to say once every 2 weeks they're releasing a song, right? So they're doing covers of different people, and then yours comes out, but he leaves it to where he's not gonna say who it is, so it's just like a black shadow with a question.
Yeah.
And so they're like, you gotta show up to when we go live or when we debut the song, when it drops or whatever you want to call it, you'll know who it is. And it was you, Ray, and they're doing all your classic hits, and I was just like, this sounds amazing,
bro. What's incredible about it? When you see a video, ¿verdad? it's usually you're lip syncing so we can get the right the sound of that we recorded. But no, bro, that we recorded that live like that. It's no. See, yeah, that I mean that's a testament to all these musicians that are with him. They're all phenomenal. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So shout out to Grupo Motivo
Yes. Uh-huh.
out there. They should be Rolando should be coming in December. I was telling you about December, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll get him too as the show. Um,
So where are you located at? I mean,
I'm in La Feria.
oh, La Feria. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I told you my mother's is Santa Maria.
see, bro.
Ahí en Zacatal por el old 83.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
No, man, bro.
When was the last time you were down here, Ray?
Bro, it's been years. Uh, it's been more than 10 years, I think. But even at that time, the valley has changed, it's progressed, and te digo, I mean, it's good. It's evolving.
Right.
Pero toda la gente que conocía yo, they either moved away. My primos, my grandparents, of course, they've passed on, and so no, I mean, pero there's still a certain feeling I get when I get over there. And yes, and so bonitos recuerdos.
Absolutely, Ray. So, moving on from the COVID years, when COVID hit, your Contigo album was still like kind of popping in a way. Like it was just because it had gone straight up, and then when the COVID hit, it kind of came down, but it was doing this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So you would hear it on the radio. I would play it at the barbecues all the time, stuff like that. And so how did that album rate change for you? Like get you more recognition?
Well, yeah, yes, and that's something that I think a lot about is what did I do right or what did I do better? Um, I think just staying true to when I sing, hopefully people know that it's me. The distinctful voice that I have. Este, never wanted to, or hopefully never intended to, have play into the formula that's popular at the time. You know,
Right.
este, which is cool. I mean, pero it showed me to be myself and and I mean, there were some of the musicians would say, no, man, you got to, no, that's not in no more. You know what I mean? Estaba entrando el acordeón heavy y todo, ¿me entiendes? I said, well, I mean, está bien. I'm going to do what makes me happy, what makes my heart feel good. And I think that, people don't realize that that's what they're feeling, I guess, or that's what they're, you get, man, not emotional, but you feel the sincerity of it. And had a lot of fun writing those songs. And yes, and Victor Garcia and I, man, that was a phenomenal time for me and him and the band. And that's another thing. I've always been blessed to have good people around me. Of course, if anything, it was me going through the damaging years or whatever. But I learned from it, and y gracias a Dios que I still have something to offer. And I think most importantly that it makes me feel good. And I still have an attachment to it. And really, I get on my wife's nerves, bro, because I'm always thinking, I'm always just doodling, I'm humming, and now with the phones you can record into them. Pero no, hombre, antes de todo I had all kinds of paper that I would write on, ¿me entiendes? On bags of a McDonald's bag or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Escribiendo. But I enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely, Ray. And even the covers, bro. You've done Stevie Wonder cover. I think was Orleans? No, that was part of the Contigo album.
I did a Bonnie Raitt. No. ¿Cómo se llama? These arms of mine,
Yeah, you did that
they
one.
are lonely. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, all your covers, man, you give it justice. You do it Spanish, and it's like,
Hmm.
God, like it's great, man. It's great. Very few Tejano artists can do that, and you're part of that.
Well,
Um,
thank you. Thank you. And I consider myself a musician. I don't sing. I try to vocalize because I consider my voice an instrument, and that's one thing that I wanted to point out. When there's success, especially in Tejano musicians. Now, I'm not saying everyone, but it's real easy to get, ¿cómo se dice? Lackadaisical, ¿me entiendes? You think you're at a point to where hey, yeah, we're making it, so maybe sometimes you stop practicing, you know. And I'm saying for your own self, you know. There's great guitar players and or whatever, there still has to be the same animo and intention that got you there. It's like anything else, ¿verdad? You think you get to a certain level, and if you don't keep it up by practicing or rehearsing is different. Rehearsing is where bands bring together what they've been practicing at home, you know. But
Understood.
it, musicians need to evolve also también, ¿me entiendes? The techniques, it can get rusty, it can get lazy, you know. But it's el que quiere lo hace, But I think it's important, man.
Okay. Ray, before we get to start talking about Luna, the single that you dropped, Pete Avila, he's part of the Texas Conjunto Hall of Fame in San Benito. He
Uh-huh.
just put in the chat that he wants me to bring you to the Texas Conjunto Hall of Fame Museum um, when you're down in the RGV, man.
Oh, definitely. Yes, yes, yes. Real quick, especial mi raza from Texas here, o de donde quiera, I truly appreciate, um, I've never been a person that hides. I come out and say hello to everybody. And it makes me feel good. ¿Me entiendes? I try to be humble and not, as much as I can, because not everybody is as fortunate. ¿Me entiendes? Y el talento tiene que ver mucho, pero también tienes que agradecer. What I have is a blessing, and I enjoy sharing it.
Absolutely, brother. We're gonna get to a few questions here, Ray. Conjunto Rock and Roll wants to know, how did the musical traditions of the Rio Grande Valley motivate you or inspire
Ooh, I'm glad you brought that up. Um, when we lived ahí en el Valle, in Mercedes, as in fact, if you know Mercedes, we used to stay close to donde estaba el armory ahí. I don't know if you know about the Mercedes. Um,
you? Yeah.
my grandparents stayed at the Retama apartments. Está ahí. So, but when I was still in Mercedes, we'd go to the stock show ahí in Mercedes, and I do remember seeing Los Fabulosos Cuatro with Chacha Jimenez. And Chacha is my, you know what I mean? That man, he taught me a lot about singing, the emotion, the preciseness. I loved everything about him. So, and I do remember going to see the Fabulosos Cuatro, and they were friends with my father as well. And but then el Conjunto Bernal, believe me, Conjunto Bernal, híjole, Los Chachos, of course. That's the music that touches my heart.
Okay,
Hmm.
understood. Uh, Jesus Mar- excuse me, Jesus Martinez actually pretty much took the my next question that I was gonna ask you, Ray. So I'm gonna credit Jesus for this. Who was behind the idea of using Sherry or Amor, the Stevie Wonder melody from Solo Tu Mi Amor?
I think it was my idea. It was the phrasing, the everything was already Tejano. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great
And
song.
we had so much fun with that. But yeah, that was my idea. And again, Adrian Cabello did all the arrangements for it. And he's a phenomenal accordion también, player. He plays all the instruments anyway. But oh man, yeah, we had fun with that.
Okay. And the next question is, what advice would you give someone new as far as songwriters?
Songwriters, for me, when I was starting, I wanted to say uh, simple things. It doesn't have to be poetic. It doesn't have, we don't talk like that. But uh, I, I would think make short phrases and make them the simplest words say a whole lot. Este and uh, and melody's got a lot to do with it. But it's this. Well, it depends. Are you if you're a lyricist,
Right.
the idea is to put everything, let it flow right, let the story tell itself,
Correct.
and me for me it. I'll sit down and just start doodling on my guitar. Y se me vienen ondas, So, and that's the way it happens for me. Other musicians, they have to set a mood, or but man, there's songs everywhere. You open your eyes, you open your ears, there's songs everywhere. You
Correct.
know, people need to be reminded. Songwriters, I think, people need to be reminded that the simplest things, bro.
Right.
The simplest things are what people uh, can be reminded of. ¿Entiendes? Um,
Yes.
este, falling in love y breaking up, o que me voy a matar, que esto y que el otro. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Pero hablando, uh, it's like talking to your best friend, bro. Whoever you're tight with. ¿Entiendes? If you notice when you're talking to a good friend of yours, you're not, you kind of already connect, ¿verdad?
Right.
Little short phrases, and you know what he's talking about. He knows what you're talking about. And I think that's one way of looking at if you're a lyricist, to think like that. Este, it's simple stuff. I think, and vocabulary también. Mucha gente, la gente del Valle tiene su forma de hablar. La gente de México, they have their issues with us because we don't say correct things, but we say the way we say them over here.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
did you buy the record?
Yeah.
But,
Uh,
no. Bro, I mean, being an artist or being anything that you want to be, it's you don't if you're doing it to be acknowledged or be famous, or I don't care what you are,
right.
you're gonna get your feelings hurt. But when you're doing something that you love, bro, you know, when even people tell you, man, why you keep doing that? Boom, 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 esto que el otro,
Right.
you know, you stay away from those people, or you feel bad for them because they ain't found nothing.
Right.
What makes them happy, the old saying, what is that? If you're passionate about what you do, you will never work a day in your life.
Right. Absolutely. 100%.
Hmm.
100%. Okay, Ray. So we're gonna get into the song Luna.
Hmm.
Tell us how did that come about?
La canción de mi prima, Luna llena.
Okay.
You know, I said, I need a Luna song, and we were out in the yard doing some stuff with my dad, and se me vino esa onda. Luna, dime dónde estás, dímelo ahora, dime por favor. Yeah, yeah, just se me,
Yeah, it's the guy version to Elida's female Luna.
yeah, exactly, ¿verdad?
I agree.
Hopefully she doesn't sue me. No. But again, it's saying things that more than likely people don't think about. You know what I'm saying? Being successful, being having money, or having what you think you want. The life of wanting never ends, bro. If you give me this, I ain't gonna want nothing else. Por favor,
Por
you know.
favor. Yeah.
Uh, be be appreciative of what you got right now and use it right now and do it from your heart. But that song se me vino. I mean, it came pretty easy to me. Uh,
I like the little twist that it has in it. The guitar.
yeah. Now that style was comes from when I was with Montezuma.
Montezuma.
We I was with Montezuma for about 8 years during the '80s. After I got out of high school and going to college, and but during that time, we're playing the circuit here, bro. We're playing all the top 40 hard rock songs. You know what I'm saying? And we actually played with Pantera. We knew my drummer Johnny Munguia. His brother was a roadie for Triumph. So I mean, we were metidos in rock, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Lo bueno es que the good thing que no había cell phones en ese tiempo.
Yeah. That's what a lot of artists do say that when I talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, it's part of my educational journey to be who I am.
Right.
And I think that's one of the most important things for anyone. Find out who you are. You know?
Understood. Understood, Ray. So Ray, at this part of the show, bro, I do this little game. It's kind of like a this or that. It's just your opinion.
Okay.
You're allowed to say both if you don't want to choose. You
Okay.
know. Okay. So my first question to you is gonna be La Mafia or Grupo Más.
Oh man. Grupo Más.
Okay.
That it's just more of my, but at the same time, Mafia changed. Well, they both did more or less at the same time, but
Right.
they changed the trajectory because before that, todo era orquesta. You know what I mean? Like Land Breed, those people, Joe and Ruben and all of those,
Right.
and they made music simpler. You know what I mean? Simpler. It not forced you, but it made you listen.
Right.
Finally, yeah. Mafia wrote some incredible songs, bro. But the simplicity in them. For a musician, bro, the hardest thing to do is to be simple.
Yeah, I've heard that before, Ray.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You know when you're practicing scales or you're a drummer that's got so much technique, you know what I mean? The hardest part is to play your part. Play your part. Just don't step on everybody else's part. It's a group effort, and I think people. That's why people love some of the old conjuntos. You know what I mean? And you could hear it today, but back then, cuando tocabas el acordeón, que se le oían los botones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, hasta te da escalofrío.
Yes.
Bajo sexto players that que ¿me entiendes? Que acompañan. It's a rhythmical instrument. But again, music evolves, but it should never lose its message or the music that lasts continually is just simple music, bro. Simple music where the artist finds a way to connect.
And I'll tell you a story over the phone, bro, about Mas, because it's talking about simple, and I have a story, but I won't say it here. The next question: Roberto Pulido or David Lee Garza?
Oh man. Well, both. When our band started, we opened up for Roberto Pulido a whole lot. I was here. It was here that Bobby first sang here. When this first place that he sang, it was here at the Club Nations, and we opened up for Roberto Pulido that night. Oh, and another one. When I was with Joe, we played at a venue out here, and he said, "Va a venir un chavalo que toca el acordeón, zurdo, que esto y que el otro, ¿me entiendes?" Well, you know who it was? Michael Salgado.
Right.
The first time he ever came, it's just, I've been, it's good to have seen, people grow. But again, they continue to be themselves.
Understood.
Bro, when Michael Salgado came out, everybody was rushing to get that style, especially companies, record companies, no?
Yes.
And when Moss changed, boy, everybody learned how to play a keyboard.
Yeah, the synthesizer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Now David Lee, I mean, man, he's everything, bro. Creator, innovator. ¿Me entiendes? He changed. I mean, nobody had a bajo sexto much, but in the bajo sexto, even his dad, El Tony, que descanse en paz el señor, phenomenal. You know, de luego ¿cómo se llama este?
Juan
Juan
P.
P. Moreno, y ahora el Billy, pero ya ves, Juan P. Moreno is a monster on that, right? Pero, you know, yeah,
Simple.
but it's not simple.
It looks simple, but it's
Yes,
not.
sir. Yes. Yeah. But it teaches you discipline and to be focused, bro. And whatever job you got, I mean, in your professional career, tienes que estar aquí, ¿verdad?
Right.
Ya cuando crees que la tienes hecha, no.
Yeah, no, right.
They're
100%.
they're paying you for your consistency. But David Lee, I've had when Jay left the group, I I sang with David Lee for some nights, you know, and but I learned a whole lot, brother. You know, I learned how different bands rehearse. ¿Me entiendes? You got a lot of bands that a rehearsal is a party,
Yeah.
you know, and you invite people and then it's not about rehearsing no more. Pero, you know, when you're rehearsing, cuando estás ensayando, es negocio.
Right.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. So no, a los dos.
Los dos. Understood.
Yeah.
Okay, I got maybe two or three more. And this one is going to be musicians as well. Rubén Vela or Los Dos Gilbertos?
Ooh. ¿Sabes qué? Los dos Gilbertos, and I can get in trouble for saying this, but Rubén Vela, bro, Rubén Vela didn't never change. You know what I mean?
Right.
But because that was him.
Right.
The music wasn't, people saying wasn't complicated, but you know what? Él, you know, el compás de él no cambiaba, ¿me entiendes?
Yes, I was about to say that. The same compás.
El compás, you know, pero marcado bien. But los dos Gilbertos, bro,
Hey, they were rock stars in the 80s. Let's be
brother.
true.
Yeah, let me tell you now. This is the way I interpret things, okay?
Okay.
Los adornos, the fillings, the accordion fillings, that you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's the first time I ever heard those. But everybody uses them, you know, accordion players, you know, but they do it double, you know, ¿me entiendes?
Sí, sí, sí.
Pero, bro, ese señor cambió la onda, you know what I mean?
Yes, I agree.
Da un ánimo cuando para irlos, you know, y luego ya señores todavía cantando bonito, bro, ¿verdad? But if you listen to the feelings of the accordion and de los dos Gilbertos, they're the same feelings that accordion players they're doing today, which is not an insult to them, but I still think you got to push your instrument, you know.
Correct.
Yep, pero no, pues los dos.
Los dos. Yeah.
Los dos. Rubén Vela, allá en el rancho de mi mamá, pues en muchos ranchos, boy, he was, you know what, llegabas ahí, te ibas todo lleno de tierra, chingas, de puro polvo, ¿me entiendes? Pero, yes, they would have the fires out, ¿verdad? No. Y Rubén Vela tocaba muy alegre también, alegre, bro. Yeah. He made you listen.
Yes. Ray, if you were gonna be put in an island, Ray, for the rest of your life, and you could only take one album with you, no matter what genre of music, what album are you taking?
Ooh, man. Oh man. I would take um, Stevie Wonder's Talking Book.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The albums in Braille. Uh,
Yeah.
he he changed music writing, bro. I mean, when there were, uh, well, in music, there's patterns, there's formulas.
Right.
You learn to hear him. You know what you're hearing. But when that album right there, with the way he changed, you didn't know where he was going. You know what I mean? But he would modulate to different things and different different tones of. Um, um, este, he would go on. He would go um, to different keys, bro, and come back like, you know what I mean?
Right.
The smoothness in it. Yes, and I learned a lot from it, and that I could listen to that even today and hear something new.
Right. Understood. Uh,
Now, if in the Tejano, David Mares people,
okay.
and yeah, I'm a big fan of David Mares. He's a vocalist. He is, he him and of course Jimmy Edwards, but David Mares is one of my favorites. He he's a musician.
Right.
His voice is an instrument, and
La voz de
um,
oro.
it's him. Yeah, even today, and I think we also, it's really important for us to keep educating people's ears, bro.
Yes, I agree.
Right now it's a great time for our music because um, it's being presented in the biggest venues, biggest platforms, and a lot of us musicians grew up playing to people that were tomando. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It got to where, man, I love that song. I love your music. I said, what's your favorite song? Piénsalo bien. Do you remember what set I played it in? Oh man, y'all, come on. I tell you what. You ever been to a rock concert? You've been to concerts,
Yeah.
and for instance, when I would go see a rock band, I know exactly when he played my song. You know what I mean?
Really.
Because yes, it's a it's just like a sacred experience, man. That stays with you. Este, uh, but it is beautiful right now for musicians, and I hope they take advantage of it. And be humble and welcome anybody that wants to sing it. I don't care where you're from. You know,
Right.
este, we are a people that we're not selfish, but we're possessive of what we think belongs to us. You know,
Understood.
but I say to everyone, you know, uh, our music is a language, and anyone's welcome to it, bro. I mean, que Tejano is dead. No, no. As long as somebody's burning some meat in the back, popping, abriendo una, ¿entiendes? And yes, it is that sacred to us, which I understand when other people from other countries are singing it. But man, it's a compliment.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you wanna seduce them? Go write a song.
Yeah.
Este, no, but the dialogue. I don't care if it's negative or positive. There's a dialogue. So you know what I'm saying. But let's resolve things. Let's agree to disagree. Um, yes, Tejano music is in a good place right now, bro.
Understood. Understood, Ray. Ray, are you? Is Aftershock still together, Ray?
Yeah, bro. Adrian and I we're doing things together. We're writing songs. We actually got a whole album ready. Yeah, and some things to follow up. Luna.
Okay.
Este, um, there's been a lot of musicians, brother, that have, that I've had the pleasure and honor of sharing the stage with. Um, but yeah, aftershock is it's like a fraternity, like Latin Breed, or you know what I mean.
Yes.
Este, uh,
For life. It's for life.
yes, sir. And the beautiful thing about it, even when musicians sit in, they don't pretend to change the style. You know what we got. You know what we like.
Correct.
And if you can't do that, no. But este, it's a man. It's something special. And
Yes.
it's never been a competition to us. Este, hay que respetar todos. And if you're worried about somebody else, or judging somebody else, I mean that's too much energy, bro. Energy that needs to be redirected on what you're doing.
Yes.
No, I mean
Absolutely.
it's like your podcast, bro. I mean you got people, everybody's showing you love. ¿Me
Yes.
entiendes?
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank
Este,
you, everybody.
and I'm very thankful to be here.
All right. Thank you very much, Ray. Real quick, let's get in some people that have not shouted out. Ronnie, 75. Shout out to Ronnie. Diane again. They're all part of a DJ Spins crew. Nikki Chavez is in here, I believe.
Mhm. Es my comadre.
Pete Avila. Shout out to R&M Promotions. Linda. Missy. Thank you, Nissy, if she's still in here. Everybody that came. Ray, I want to bring you back in December, carnal, and I already told you why.
Yes.
So, when can we expect the next single to drop?
We're wrapping up the how are we going to distribute it, because Luna got out accidentally, bro.
It leaked out. It leaked out.
Yeah, but it is what it is. Este, the richness in what I do is to share it. And ¿me entiendes? But we have a new single, and it's a song that my dad is also a writer and plays the guitar, and we're gonna do one of his songs, and that we recorded already. And well, just get it here in a week or two. We're gonna release the other single, but at the same time, and following that, the whole album is gonna come out. And you know what? I mean, and it's, man, it's mind-boggling to our band has not put out albums like other artists, like 40 albums, que esto que el otro,
Right.
and believe me, it is hard.
Yes.
But um,
And
we've
same
always,
quality.
not that life gets in the way, but we our our music is a blessing, and but también somos papaces, esposos, grandfathers y todo. So lo que And that's what great about being independent. We're not on anybody's timeline.
That's
But
it.
I guarantee you, when we do something, we're going to do it with what we consider to be a stamp of aftershock.
Great, Ray. Great. And if anybody here wants to get a hold of you, Ray, for a private event, how do they do that?
They can do it through. Now that I know how to, now that I'm a professional with TikTok, so what do we know? Huh?
I got you, bro. I got you.
Hey, I got my 7-year-old granddaughter. She knows. Boy, cállate. They can either through TikTok or Facebook. You know,
Okay.
este, yeah, we're open to work, and I guarantee our aim right now is to present the best that we have, bro, in the best possible way. And yeah, como digo yo, I got more sunrises behind me than ahead of me, so hay que
Yes.
aprovechar todo.
Absolutely. absolutely. And anything you need, Ray, from me.
Thank you, my brother. Muchas gracias. Thank you to los Latin Legends. Híjole, y luego vivo todavía, yo no sé. No, y, sinceramente, gracias. Que Diosito los bendiga a todos, bro. God bless you and your show, bro. And I appreciate, you know what? You've helped me, bro. You know, and that's, hay mucha gente que no, déjalo que se chingue, whatever, pero no. ¿Ya ves?
Yeah.
No, no, brother.
I got you, Ray. I got you. Don't worry about it, man.
Dale, muchas gracias, brother.
No, thank you, bro. Thank you for making time for us, for the fans that we listen to.
And thanks to all the people that are tuning in. Me iba a pintar el pelo también, carnal, pero ya para qué.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, para qué. Yo también,
Lo
bro.
bueno es que todavía tengo un poquito.
Hey, bro, ya me están saliendo canas en la barba. Hijo de su-
Hey, pero si quieres te las puedes contar todavía.
Well, not so much, bro.
No, hey, bro. Estás viviendo. You're not existing, you're living.
That's right, my boy.
All right, brother. God bless and all success to you, my brother. And keep being you. And toda la gente también, muchas gracias. Que Diosito los bendiga. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Ray, once again, thank you for making time for us, Ray. Ray will be back in December, God willing. And so be on the lookout, guys, for that new album, the new single coming soon. You heard Ray. And I want to thank everybody that showed up. Thank you. My co-host couldn't be here because she had to work late because she already had told me that Wednesdays wasn't good for her, but sometimes we just got to roll with it.
Already, brother.
Once again, Ray, muchas gracias, carnal.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Need help with, just call me, bro. You got my number.
Thank you, my brother. Muchas gracias.
All right. Everyone have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Adios.
Have a great night, guys.